And here we are, ready to rumble. It's food for thought, another Wednesday, first Wednesday of the month. And welcome, everyone here in the house and on screen. And we got a lovely topic tonight. Lovely topic. Actually, again, one of our dear viewers suggested that topic, motivation. So we can always need a little bit of motivation, can we?
Exactly.
Yes, and that's why we also have a special guest. And I'm so happy, that you could make time, Dan, for us again.
I thought it was me.
Oh, save the best for last. So welcome, Dan, the Crate Master. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for asking me. I hope you can hear me all right.
Yes, absolutely. You're always a welcome guest. I know you're very busy. Your schedule is super busy. That's why we're feeling very honored here tonight to have you on screen. And last time I think you came around was in March, I believe.
Wow,
I think it was very early time of this year. So
he's been a very busy man. I've been watching him with his buggies on Facebook.
Facebook. And if you got TikTok, then you definitely know.
Yeah. I've just installed it because Webby's on it.
And let's see also who we have here in the house. We had already as the first one saying hello. She's not at home, but Denise Pearson was the first one saying hello. Then, of course, we got Ian at home and on screen tonight. Hi, Ian.
Hiya.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah. Lovely screensaver in the back again.
Oh, thank you. That's the River Tay.
The museum.
The River Tay in Dundee, and the wee bit you see jutting out there is the new V&A museum.
Beautiful. Yep. So who else do we have here in the house? It's Craig, and it's still Craig. And we also got Anthony, welcome, and Julie Wade, and of course Anne-Marie Elton, welcome. And we have flying trucker.
That's Ian.
That's Ian. Another Ian, flying trucker. Ian.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got Marialty, we got Diane O, and we have Sarah Childs and Tina Rigby. So far, so good. I'm honored to see you all here. And Blackjack. Oh, hi, Jan. Schön, dass du dich eingeschaltet hast. Sehr schön. Guten Abend, Schatje. Okay, so
it's schwarze Jacke then, yeah? Blackjack.
Yes, exactly. Alrighty. So, topic for tonight is motivation. And I'm curious for you guys to participate in the chat, of course. What is motivation for you? What is it? We're going to be talking about that. We also are going to explore a little bit how to motivate yourself, maybe in situations that are not so ideal and so uplifting. How can you motivate yourself or maybe motivate others to be a little bit more uplifted? So those things are going to be talked about tonight. And let's also see how you guys are. I haven't said hello to Christine yet. So Chris, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, you look good. You're looking.
I slept long today.
Yeah.
I slept 11 hours.
11 hours. That's luxury.
11.
That's because I didn't come home.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
That's why she looks so well rested. Well done. And Timmy baby, how are you?
Good. And I just want to tell the people, if you look below, we are streaming today in HD 1080p. So if you want to click the little cog icon on whatever you're watching it on and make sure that you're watching it in the highest resolution possible, and you can see all our wrinkles. And the reason I don't have wrinkles is because I'm so fat, I fill out all my skin.
Luxurious. Delicious.
Good excuse.
Delicious. Cheers. Cheers.
Uh,
And
Cheers.
Ian, how are you today?
Fine. I've been a wee bit under the weather the last couple of days. I think it's
Oh,
just been
Oh.
a wee bit too much sun.
Too
The
much
sun
sun.
yesterday.
That's
The
what you get for
sun
digging
here
potatoes.
yesterday.
Exactly.
Oh, aye. Oh,
Ian,
the sun. Yeah.
you were so motivated, and I'm gonna start with you tonight because obviously you and I we had a little video chat the other day, and he was really motivated there in the garden in the morning, first thing 9 o'clock in the morning, digging out his potatoes and filming it. It was lovely. We really enjoyed it. So unfortunately, then the camera turned, or the StreamYard thing turned black. But he was still able to put a little bit of the filming, the footage, in his video. So you were highly motivated. What keeps you going there in the garden and with your editing?
Um, in the garden, I know what to expect when I go out there. That's my pride and joy, as I like to call it, and I just go into it. I know exactly where to go, what to do, and that. It's you say motivate. I suppose you could call it self-motivating. It's just in my mind. You get up in the morning and I have my plan out. I'm saying, right, it's garden today, pick potatoes as we did, or I'll go and do something else. You know,
Yeah.
it's. I mean, motivation to me, it's simple. I find myself. I'm an active person, so I find it simple to motivate myself. I mean, people that's maybe not so active as me may find it a wee bit more difficult to get themselves sort of going in the morning. It's like getting out of your bed in the morning. Your morning mood.
Yeah.
If you get out of the bed on the right side, if it's good weather, you'll get
I thought you
yourself
said morning
motivated
wood then.
easier.
Uh.
Yeah. Exactly. So
Tim's going on his walks. You get yourself motivated to go and do a walk.
Actually, the motivation of the people I'm meeting, because I don't want to let them down. But I got up this morning, and it was the first morning that I've got up at 7:30, and it was still dark outside.
And I was really impressed. You went to bed late.
I did, yeah, 2:00.
yeah, so is it sort of like a commitment you have to yourself and to others?
It's a commitment I have to myself and to others, but if nobody's meeting me like tomorrow morning, then there is a possibility that I sort of go, It depends what happens tonight.
Okay. So what exactly those moments are interesting, very interesting. And maybe then you can give your opinion on that. Those exact moments where it's not so ideal, where you say, who's going to watch my videos? I mean, obviously Dan and also Tim, you don't really have that problem, but anyway, maybe someone who's starting out or similar to me who doesn't have so many subscribers. By the way, you can give a thumbs up and subscribe. It's free. So the people who might not have the ideal outcome in front of them, how could they motivate themselves? Dan, what would you say? What is your secret?
It's a very good question. I don't really have a secret. I guess I suppose firstly I don't really do many videos anymore. I couldn't even tell you when the last video was. I've taken a step back from doing videos. But when it comes to why did I do the videos? Because I enjoyed them. I'm guessing you enjoy doing these videos yourself, and that's what motivates you, because not necessarily how many views you get or who views them or the numbers. And and it should be more for why. What is it fulfilling you in your life? And if it ain't fulfilling you, hence the reason why I stopped for a while, because I wasn't enjoying doing the videos anymore. And you know, if I'm not enjoying doing the videos fully and it becomes a chore, that will come across in my videos. So I step back. So what's the motivation? It's got to be something that you actually want to do and achieve, and then it boils down to consistency. So it's like, if I take it for example with any of my businesses, I hate if I have to close. Like the other day, one of the ladies was sick, and weren't able to fulfill the hours that are on, say, Google Business, because I believe that if you're consistently open on the right times, whether it's quiet or busy or whatever, that consistency over time creates success. So and being consistent in anything, and that's what kind of drives me, is like, if I'm not consistent in what I do in life and in business, then I will fail. Because it's like it's like so many businesses, for example, fail here on the island. They come here with these brilliant plans, you know, they open the business, they put their money into it, it doesn't work after 3 months, they get disheartened, and they start not coming in one day, they start closing early, they start whatever it is, and they don't hold that consistency, and then they fail, and then they stop. So it's like, obviously there is a time where you have to kind of go, this ain't working, it'll never work. But how much effort you're going to put into it. I mean, when I opened my first shop, it was literally, I'm going to stick to this for at least a year, whether it's working or not. And I worked. I still had a job when I took on my first shop, so I worked that job and I worked in the shop together, so that I had money coming in even if the shop was failing. So hard work and consistency, and you know, if you really believe in your goals, then you should put the work in. Like, a lot of people give up too quick. I don't know if that makes any sense. And to find
I
the
think, Dan,
motivation,
that you've hit the nail on the head there, is have a plan. A lot of these people that give up after 3 months, they just don't have a plan.
Yeah, that's a very go ahead, Ian, sorry.
But before I came on there, I went and looked at the book just to see what the definition of motivation is. Now, this is what I came up with: the driving force behind human actions. A feeling that you want to achieve something positive. The desire and a goal you want to achieve successfully. That's motivation to me. The end product, what you want at the end of it. It's unfortunately a word that I find goes along with it is the word can't. Can't get myself motivated. So to the folks out there, keep that in mind until the end of the show.
That's a very good point you're making there, Ian. And before I'm going to look through what our viewers are saying, this language you're using, you're right there, saying I can't do that. It makes a difference if you say I can, or if you are using, for instance, I can't, then maybe add to it, not yet. Or I can't do that yet. But that at least opens the possibility that, I will be getting there. I still got it in my head, and I'm still working on it. But just saying I can't, it's maybe just not even giving it the possibility to grow and going after something. So I'm just going to go through the chat and see what you guys are saying. Let's see, there was one comment here. Yes, Marie Alti says motivation is getting out of bed in the morning, recovering from COVID. Okay. Oh, okay. So all the best to you. I hope it's gonna be over soon. We have also Tina Rigby. I'm watching and listening in the background while I prepare dinner. Interesting topic. I may have to go out about 6:30, so we'll finish watching later. Thank you. Great. So Tina also says, I'm motivated by getting a job done. I don't like things half finished. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So getting
Exactly
getting
what I was
something
saying. Yeah, exactly what I
getting
was
something done. What I would like to add to this whole goal setting and motivation and so on and so forth. We are always, most of the time, thinking in terms of I have, and then I can do, and then I can be. Right? So I need to have this. I need to have this and that in order to do, and then I can be such and such. I talked about this before, but in moments where it's really dark, say you're not really motivated in a situation, and it's so like you're procrastinating more and more, and it's getting darker, and you cannot really see, although you might have that goal in front of you, you cannot see how to be possibly successful with any of it. So then it's I personally use that reversing it. So instead of having, doing, and being, I am trying to be first of all. How do I have to be? How do I have to be to better do, and then to better have, or what am I going to have then at the end? So the journey Ian was describing, so that goal is the ultimate, the have, but you don't have that goal, or you don't have that in the very beginning. So that's why it's sometimes hard to grab it, and it's getting frustrating. Yes, it does. So this be, do, and then have, it puts you in a more in the state of you thinking about it, thinking about it, and then taking it one step at a time. And sometimes it's not those big goals. It's just little things.
Like
Maybe
cleaning the kitchen.
say again.
Like cleaning the kitchen.
For instance, yes.
You and Casey, the big
I need a motivation for that. Because it's got a door.
Yeah.
The kitchen's got a door, you know. So after dinner, I can either put the stuff in the dishwasher or close the door.
Exactly.
I need some outside motivation. Yeah?
Oh, look, Daniel. Andy is saying we
Oh.
miss you, Daniel.
Thank you very much, Andy. Much appreciated. I'm still here. Haven't gone anywhere.
Exactly, and we are so happy that
Get on the island and nip down to one of his shops, or go boogieing. Where do you spend most of your time these days, Dan?
You're setting me up for loads of people come to the. I'm joking.
Don't tell him.
That was a very egotistical comment, because people that like, oh, everyone's going to come because I say where I am. That's I do apologize for that. It depends. I've actually just about to sign a lease for a central hub for my business. An office where we will have kind of administration for the business, for all. We'll have a social media part. It'll be a full-on blown online conversion office as well for people who want to book via Zoom. We're going to launch it in soon enough. It's going to be one of the things we're trying to kind of get across is we see a lot of people queuing in my shops, and is the concept of possibly reducing that and having a Zoom consultation before you come over on what you would like to do, so you save time on your holidays.
I know you've got Zoom, Daniel, but
Yeah.
I've been looking into some other software, and one that I used to use was Switcher Studio. Unfortunately, it's based on iPads.
Yeah.
But they've just introduced a shopping portal.
Yeah.
So you can go on, you can present the stuff to a massive public, and then shop online if you're doing any specials and that. But or you can do one-on-ones where you get people in like here.
Well, the idea would be one-on-ones, because then people can meet any of the guys in the offices that we have here before they even get here, so that they actually save their holiday time. You know, so instead of them basically sitting outside in the middle of their holidays, where that's precious time, they have everything resolved and sorted and booked and paid for before they even get here.
So you just get off the bus and get on the boat.
Yeah, so there's no if you want, but we'll land with Ryanair. Will land down in Portugal. But it's just the concept of saving. There's a lot of ideas I have in the works, but I need a central hub. The office in Pueblo Canario, you've got the sales part at the front, and you've got 4 people at the moment working in the back in a really tight space. And I do believe that motivation can be enhanced through the energy of a building and the space that you work in. So if your desk is a mess, for example, or your office is a mess, or you feel like you're cluttered or trapped, you should put yourself in a surrounding and a place that inspires you and gives you energy. So the office that I'm looking at, one of the particular ones, it's a really nice white space. We'll have the logo on the back, nice terrace outside, just a nice vibe that when people come in there, they feel motivated, they feel energized, they feel like they're working in a place that is, giving people a nice experience, including them, because obviously we all spend a lot of time in work. So if you don't enjoy your work, then, that's a huge part of your life, and we only get one life. So I always say to people, when you work, like when I trade my time, which is like my life, which is actually, if my life was a wallet of time and I opened the wallet, I couldn't tell you how much is in there. So every time I sit and do something, I'm spending that money, which I don't know how much there is. And so when someone comes to work, they're trading that time, which is more precious than the euros that they get for that time, or the pounds if you're in the UK. So
with love, I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? So you're literally trading it off. So you better make sure you're trading it for something valuable. It's a lot of time. I know, and that's why I love the business I'm in, and I love business. I feel motivated by creating new businesses. It's something I enjoy the challenge. So
that's interesting what you're saying there, Dan, because you were talking about energy and how even in your workplace it plays an important role, obviously, because you're spending from the 24 hours we all have daily, you're spending a lot of time at the workplace oftentimes. So that is an energetic field, and if that place is not vibing in the right way, and you mentioned also disorder, so that is a concept in itself. Creating order and having a certain kind of order around, or clean walls and maybe plants around, that is important, as it's a high vibration. Because oftentimes what happens if we feel overwhelmed and we are not motivated, we are energetically very dense. It's a very dense energy field, and in that kind of energetic field, we don't really feel motivated to do something. So we need to get us in a higher vibration, in a vibration that that lifts us up, and that is very individual. I would like to know from you guys in the chat, because as I said, it's a very individual thing, and everyone needs it very differently. The whole concept of energy and high vibe energy is there. However, for each and every one, that plays out a bit differently. So
There's quite a few questions in the chat, actually, if you want to.
Good. I'm going through them. What do you guys need personally for yourself to be more in a high vibrational state? What is that you need? And I'm not only talking about maybe work, although work-life balance is very very important. It can also be in your personal life, with your family or with your friends, or even with yourself. What do you need personally to be in a more motivated and high vibrational state? What is that? So let's go through.
On the back of one of Dan's buggies.
I don't have any buggies. They're quads.
Quads, sorry, quads.
The quads. Okay, let's see. Where were the questions? I'm just snooping through here. Did you see any particular one, Tim? If so, then just put it up, please.
Sarah Child's saying, does it feel weird being back on? Maria Albanos is on. What do you do when your motivation is ruined by the people around you?
Okay, that's a very good one. I love that one, Maria. Thank you.
I find getting up and making the bed sets up for a positive day, says Denise.
Yes, yes, exactly. And those are the little things that add up. It's important, and I'm going to put up a slide that I prepared.
Just want to say hello to Michael, Edinburgh Honest Guy, who's on. Had a great walk with you this morning. Thanks a lot.
Thanks to him, I'm on now. I forgot.
All right. I don't know if you can actually see this.
Yeah.
Where we can see it, yeah.
Yes.
You can see it.
If we
Okay.
take the,
I'm gonna answer. Well, okay. I'm just gonna remove this one. So, so just for the question Maria was putting out in the chat, that might be a good, good help in those moments where things get overwhelming, even with people, with close people in your surroundings, that like family, you cannot just say go away and that's it. So giving yourself those things that you personally need. So we have always spoken, and Maria, you know this. We have always spoken about the cup, filling your cups. So so there's the body, the physical cup, yeah, and then you have also your mental cup, and you also have your emotional cup. And then there are areas in your life, maybe work, or maybe family, or maybe health, where you can pinpoint those things, and you feel exactly, you know exactly what area needs a little bit more input and more care from your part. Where do I need put a little bit more attention to myself? Because oftentimes we get triggered by things that happen in our surroundings, but that's not necessarily just the surroundings that is doing that to us, although we feel like that. Oftentimes it's ourselves that we need to take more responsibility and step back and slow down. What do we need to do for ourselves, and where can I take responsibility for myself to slow down and to give myself what I actually need? So then instead of expecting it from the other person, we can actually fill our own cup, and then we are more filled to actually pour again, right? So when things feel overwhelming, remember, one thought at a time, yeah, thinking maybe different scenarios. So when things are like, oh my God, I can't stand them, this is too much for me, they're annoying me, they are screaming, or this and that, then stop and maybe switch the thought channel, exactly like you would do with the TV program. You just switch to the channel and think about something else. Then one task at a time. And that can be little things like making the bed, or getting the wash done, or getting emails written, or answering a client, or whatever that might be in your case. And then also give yourself a little bit of acknowledgement and celebrate yourself for that, right? It's not taking yourself for granted either. And then one day at a time, one day at a time. So instead of just seeing it all, oh, this needs to get done, slow down and be more. Not doing, but being. Be more, and being more present. So yeah. Would you guys want to say something? Because you got to stop me, yeah?
I think a lot of what you're saying is in your own control, in your own comfort zone. That, to me, that would make it easier for you to motivate yourself to do something. If when you go outside, things outside your control, it becomes a wee bit more difficult. You've got other forces to deal with. Anything that you're dealing with inside, things that you control, would make it simple, would make it a more productive motivation for yourselves. Things that, as I said, things that hinder you is things out with your control, and also out with your comfort zone. Once you step outside your comfort zone, it then becomes more difficult to motivate yourself. I mean, Dan, I mean, I said at the start, Dan, when we were having our wee chat there, you answered the question. I just wanted to know, just being quite honest, what motivated you to expand your business, and what hurdles did you encounter on the way? I mean,
What motivated me to start the second shop, or just move my business on?
just the move, just generally. Okay, back in the COVID days, you were left with your wee shop at the bottom of the stairs there, and then you started to expand. You expanded into Lost Chris. You've expanded into Kalasavaki. What was your motivation? Were you looking for a good end product?
So I knew my direction before I started. The day I opened the first shop, I called the company Tenerife First Excursions, yeah, because I had a vision that we would be the #1 excursion company for booking on the island. I envisioned it from day one, the day I stood on the street and I worked 6 to 12 hours on that job and then doing the other job. I had, before COVID came, I had 2 shops already. I had 3 shops altogether. COVID came, it shut down my business. There was no, you talk about goals things that are out of control. Like, that was out of my control. There's literally, it was one of the situations where I sat back and went, literally, there is zero I can do. Now, I can make money other ways, which I did. We did some bits of drop shipping into the UK and stuff like that, myself and Matty, to kind of keep some money coming in. I also had to get an eco loan from the government to keep things alive so I could pay my bills. You know, I racked up some debt during the lockdown. And at one point I was literally like, well, is this ever going to end? Like, you know, do I need to go back to Ireland to kind of work again in the jobs that I knew in Ireland that were coming back, because I didn't know if tourism was going to come back onto this island. So when tourism started to come back, the goal was reignited, because it was again within the controls of my action. Now, I'm not saying I'm in control. I'm under no illusion that I'm in control. I have strong belief in something more powerful in myself that has the control, but I still have to complete the action. So my belief is, if I do the right thing, that what's meant for me will never pass me by. So if I do the honest and decent thing within my work, within the people around me, conduct myself in an honorable manner, and pay my debts, pay my bills, pay everything that I have to do within my business and with the people around me, and treat the team that I have well, treat the people that work with me well, treat the people that do the excursions well, that I will be successful, because I have the ability to sell, and I have the ability to market my business in many, many ways. So what motivated me was the same motivation day one. I want to be the best excursion company on the island, give the best service, give people the best excursions, try and give them the best experiences possible, and the employees that are with me within the business rise with me and have their jobs that they have, give them the lives that they want. So that goal has always been there from day one, and it's just that motivated me to open the first shop, and I was given an opportunity. It came directly after my mother passed away, which was a strange situation, because I was sitting on a boat on the way to Gran Canaria, because I couldn't handle being around people when my mother died. It was a very traumatic experience for me. It still holds a deep sense of sadness when I talk about it, but I've done a lot of work on it. But when I was on that boat, I got a phone call saying, this is available, this is how much it costs, do you want to buy it? Yes. Do I need to come back during my holiday in Gran Canaria? No. I'll sort it out, was the business partner that I have on that particular shop. Sound, how much is it? Blah, 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 blah. We're also given the opportunity to get involved with the boat, which didn't work out. And yeah, so in the end, that was the first shop. And then obviously when other opportunities come along, I assess it. Will it or won't it fail? What are the odds of it working? They're fairly high on most of the shops that I've taken, but there's also the odds of them failing. And this is one of the biggest reasons why people don't get motivation, is fear of failure. I have failed on numerous occasions in my life on many, many things. And that is the reality of life. You get rejected, you fail, sales, massive amounts of rejection, but it's how you take that and how you move on from that and realize that it's, you know, it's not a reason not to try, like, hope that made sense. So I'm still motivated. I still have the motivation to expand my business. You know, I have a vision of where it's going. It might not go there, but that's my vision. I'll put the actions in place, and maybe it's not meant for me and it doesn't happen, but I will still be motivated to try, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
great. I love it.
Spot
All
on,
that
bud.
you said.
Spot on.
Yeah, let me just, exactly. And I was gonna put this one up.
Do you mind if I
Anne-
mute for a sec? I've just got a message from one of the team. I have to check. I do
Okay.
apologize.
Anne-Marie is saying,
Yes, Don, go on.
waking up to the sunshine and not feeling pain is great motivation for me to take on the day. Yes, and as Dan was saying, painful experiences. Yes, they can be a stumbling stone, or also a stepping stone. And yes, this embracing that struggle, because we are obviously practicing towards something better, and it's not going to be on the first attempt that it turns out the right way. or there might be failures, there might be painful experiences all along, and they come from our surroundings as well. Not only do we put pain on ourselves, but also pain that goes out comes from our surroundings, and those are, as we were always talking, those life challenges, to sail with them. Yeah, definitely. I love that comment, by the way, Anne-Marie. Thank you. And let's see. We got
Yes,
a lot in the.
a wee one there from Tricia Slater as well.
Which one? Trisha, is
Tricia
that more
Slater,
to
that's
it?
the last one that went up.
Okay, I will just read out Andy. Life is short, and a lot my time goes into work, but I'm with friends and get paid. If I gave up, had to be alone, no money, my time given makes me safe. Not been homeless, I'm happy. Okay, yes, love that comment too. Yeah, being exactly, and that is really a good reminder to stay humble and to stay grateful, even in situations that might not be ideal. We could always be worse off, but come back to being grateful for the things that you have, health, that you have maybe a family, that you have a roof over your head, that you can talk to people, whether it's your inner circle or the family members, or if it's friends, or if it's people you meet online, and build some kind of trust with them. So that that is always good to come back to being grateful. And Christine, I would love to ask you, because I know that you always say that you don't have a lot to say, but Dan was mentioning one thing, vision. And I know that you are a wild dreamer. So do you motivate yourself with your excellent visioneering skills and visualizing skills?
Well, the themes this morning were really great. That's why I didn't want to make up when Tim left. And they were good. And sometimes I don't know, is it a way to look back at my life at one of the previous lives I've led? Or is it just made up? I don't know. Today I dreamt from the beginning of time, and
Wow.
it was just real.
So you are basically really going somewhere else, right?
Yeah,
Wow, that's
it was a
remarkable.
long time ago the first people met together, and then they met another tribe.
Wow.
It was really good.
So you are actually entering a whole new era there, a whole
Yeah.
new sphere. It's not just flying in Bavaria. Hi, Sahar.
I don't even know where it was.
Tell me if this messes with the sound, because I've got a speaker on so Sahar can hear, but I don't know if it's going to cause an echo or not.
No, it's fine.
That's great. Yeah, so it's not just flying around in Bavaria, cruising around in Regensburg, but it's you are even meeting people from other dimensions, probably.
Yeah, I
That's
think it
wonderful.
wasn't even Germany. I don't know where it was.
I love that. I love that, really. Yeah. And
The
yes,
metaverse.
Metaverse.
so how do you feel then when you're waking up out of that dream?
I feel good.
Because she's got a Timmy.
Yeah. Well,
She wakes up to a wonderful face.
I'm so many lemon and go away.
Oh, are you dreaming, darling? And she's like,
I love it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Saha, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I haven't seen you all for a while. Hope everyone's well.
Yes, thanks. And thanks for lending us your man for an hour. I'm so glad he could make time for us. How do you motivate yourself and how do you motivate him and the team? That's what I want to ask you. Now
There you
that
go.
you're on, might as well.
I think by the time Sahar's trying to motivate me, I'm already gone out of bed.
Yeah, exactly. But today, actually, I was out of the bed.
Actually, you're out of bed before me today, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is a rare thing.
Yeah, very rare. It happens almost once in 10 years' time. But yeah, how can I motivate myself? It's just a hard thing. But yeah, I would try to. I just don't know. I would try to meditate. I always try to start my day with meditation. And yeah, it just sets me up for a day. And then 10 minutes silent meditation.
Me too, yeah. It's a religion. Silent. I cannot I cannot even. I don't know what the word would be to kind of overstate maybe. I don't know. You can't overstate the benefit of silent meditation in the morning. Like every morning, I try to do 10 minutes silent meditation. Saying as
yeah,
you,
Christine meditates, but it's not silent.
Yep.
that's sleep.
May I ask you, like, because meditation, we all know it's so beneficial. I meditate and I do yoga, and it puts me in a whole different place. But when starting out with that, especially meditation, is it scary to be with yourself, or did it feel awkward just being with yourself? With obviously, when you're not so experienced with meditation, you've got a whole lot of loudness going on there, the mind chatter. So how is that to be with yourself in that moment?
I remember actually, I started October 7 years ago, the meditation. And it was through one of my friend's friends. Right? And I remember she suggested to just start small. Like I remember my meditation was 2 minutes. I would sit down just 2 minutes, and honestly, it was the hardest thing to do. Just sit down, do nothing. And she said it's a good idea to focus on your breath, or if it's very hard for you to just sit down still, just try to say a mantra, like something that, for example, if you feel at the time so low or whatever, say that I'm happy, I'm serene, I'm relaxed, or whatever. So I put my alarm on for 2 minutes, and I cannot wait. That 2 minutes, it felt like almost half an hour. And then as soon as it just finished, I was like, I'm released. I'm just relieved. But now I can say during the day, many times I do. At the beginning, it's just strange. It's not scary at all. It's just very uncomfortable, if it makes sense. It's just something that I wasn't used to. And my body stand still like this, or do nothing. It was just so unnatural to me. But at the time later on, I found that one of the best meditation I've ever done, that my body goes to the relaxation, is with a kind of relaxing music, And almost, I don't chant, I don't use any mantra, I don't do almost anything. I just listen to that music. And all my body relaxes, and maybe I can do that like maybe 10-15 minutes, but when I come back, like whenever 10 minutes, 11 minutes, 5 minutes, I feel like I have a rush of energy. I feel so relaxed. It's just, yeah,
Yeah.
I like meditation
Yeah.
so much, to be honest.
Yes, and as you said, it's true. Ian mentioned that the comfort zone. That's meditation, although it's so underrated. Um, and yes, and it is challenging to be in that moment with yourself for such a long time. But practicing it's really worth it. And as you said, Sahar, starting maybe with 2 minutes, and then the next day maybe you get to 2.5, and making it yes a daily, but just yes, it's so calming and so. You are connecting with your own self, and the breath is what really pulls you through. When I meditate, and when I started meditating, and it was a lot of mind chatter going on. I try to help myself by saying inhale, and then I would really be focused on that breath, just the breath, because it's very easy to breathe, and your mind goes off to another topic, something that I should have done maybe in the past, or something that I should be doing in the future. That's very easy happening. But if you say that. Inhale, and then you inhale, and then exhale, and then you exhale, it just really gives that even more support, what you're doing, the breathing. For someone who's starting out, that really helped me in the beginning to get it going. Now it's more easy, and I also love and enjoy with some kind of light music in the back, or even prayer. Yes, I do pray, and that connection, whatever you guys believe in, whether it's God, or if it's the universe, or some kind of other entity, um, that that togetherness is really helping you and guiding you through. And then once that those quiet moments are reached, or you can even ask a question to that entity, something you struggle with. If you get really a moment of silence, you can hear the answers coming, and they will be there and guide you. So that's another thing to do. Ian, or anybody else wants to say something, please go ahead, because
Just
I'm talking too much.
there's a wee comment there from Tricia, actually. Tricia Slater. I think you just about covered it there, what you were actually talking about. If you can't find it, I'll read it out. Tricia says, when you have a chronic illness, it is sometimes very hard to get yourself motivated.
Yes, Trisha,
That
I can understand. Yeah. Yes.
things like that is your morning mood, and the weather. In a situation like that, I would be looking at the weather to try. If it's really a good, nice, warm, sunny day, that would help me a lot in that situation, I feel.
How do you motivate yourself
Yeah.
as somebody with a chronic illness?
I don't take myself so seriously. I just think of other people, and there's always somebody who's worse than yourself.
There's always somebody who's worse off.
So,
Yeah. Because, I mean, Christina, I think we've talked about this before on another balcony bench, I think, where it's to do with not expecting something else from your life, accepting your limitations and working within the limitations. I mean, not to say don't press the boundaries, but know what your limitations are and don't go, oh, poor me. My limitations have changed, you know?
Yeah.
And once
Yeah.
you accept that, then you can work within your boundaries and have a full life, really, can't you?
yeah. But I think it might be harder if you're in pain,
Right.
because I'm not in pain, so
You're not in pain. Painless, you are.
most of the time.
Yes, I totally understand, and again, I mean, Christine, this whole thing that you have, and that's so beautiful with imagining things and seeing things. Your imagination and your visualizing has gotten to a whole new another level. So that who would have thought that that would develop so well? You wouldn't probably have guessed that in the beginning when things were starting out with your MS. Probably.
Yeah.
Did you have vivid dreams as a child?
No,
So it started after the MS.
even the last couple of years.
Really?
The MS started, I was still very sorry for myself and fought against it. And I could still do stuff.
Like crash the car and
Yeah,
stuff.
Exactly.
really hard, but I could do it.
Uh-huh. I remember.
Cooked meals for Stephanie when she came out from school.
Uh-huh. But now, you're living the life of Riley.
Yeah. If you want to call it that.
High on the hog. We are trying this evening something different. We bought a pollo asado. Was it called?
Asado.
Pollo asado from Mercadona. A roast chicken.
Qué rico. Qué rico. Yes. So just reminding that it's a daily thing. And I have one more thingy for you guys, and I'm gonna put that one up. So people often say that motivation doesn't last. So that's why sometimes it's not really worth the effort to do better or to go that extra mile or to change your attitude towards something. Well, but neither does bathing, and that's why we recommend it daily. So making it's covered by it's a quote by Zig Ziglar, and it's just covered by the we are streaming in HD. So that's definitely something to keep in mind, to make it a daily habit. It's not just a one-off, a one-timer, and then it's done and over, and here I am at the end, and my goal is done and accomplished. It's a daily. And yes, there are days where it comes easier, and probably days where it's more painful, more of a chore and more challenging. But still do it. And Dan was saying earlier when he spoke about attitude. Yes, keeping that attitude positive. Absolutely, that really helps, because even when you're dealing with a team, you need to keep that team spirit alive as well. So, or else they would also be demotivated in the end. So first, do fill your cups up, get yourself nice and high vibing, and whatever things work for you, try maybe new things. Look what, remember, Ian and I, we were speaking the last time when we were talking about it. We were saying, remember something that sparked joy in your life. Remember something that that actually, yeah, lit you up, and you were really in your zone and in your. I always say, in my salsa. I'm in my sauce, in my hot sauce. So yeah, just do those things a little bit more, and you know full well for your own self what that is and what you need, so that you can pour better to others. Because yes, we do have a responsibility for our own energy and the energy we are giving out. That's our own responsibility. We cannot act out and have a nasty attitude and then expect some other outcome, because it's just, what you put out, you get back, sort of. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I just want to add something. I loved what Tim said about accepting the some sort of limitation and everything. I mean, I find it so useful for myself. Now it's about 8 years that I have 6 herniated discs injuries in my back, and I have pain on a daily basis. Sometimes a bit high, sometimes a bit down, and there are days that, for example, about 2 years ago, for 4 days I couldn't walk, like from the pain, and I couldn't walk technically. So, but I would say, like, I just accept it as a part of me, I just don't wish exactly what Tim said. It just applies to me so much. It helps me so much. I just don't wish to change it. I just accept it. What can I do around it? What can I do now? And then sometimes it's just like, for example, when I get up about 2 days ago, I just got up so happy. I just didn't know what, how. I just got up like this. And then yesterday, it was a struggle to just get up in the bed. But yeah, I think it's, for me, what helps me is that I try not to sink in that emotion so much. I know it's there. I accept it. I feel it. I watch it. I sit with it. Do my stuff, and then I let the day pass, because for me, life is just today, just these days, these moments is just life. And then I just let it pass. And sometimes I ask a question that makes me happy, just gives me a little bit of enjoyment. Like, for example, what makes me happy? For example, if I'm working, for example, if I do my work quicker, maybe it gives me 10 minutes of time that I can sit and relax and watch the ocean. So it makes me happy. Or I can sit and relax and call one of my friends that I always love speaking to her. It's something that makes me happy. So I just think that, okay, I just go through day, I just do this or do that or whatever, in the joy of, I'm gonna do that thing that makes me happy. today Today I woke up at 5:30, and I just couldn't go back to sleep anymore, and I was really tired. I went to bed last night at 1 o'clock, and today I had a long day, but I just get up and I did my life, like, for the first time in the last 10 years. I woke up before Daniel, and then I did my breakfast. I went to the gym, and it was lovely. I would say not every day it's easy, but those days that is not easy, I don't try to change it to make it for sure a happy, good day. No, it's just sometimes it's just
yeah. Yes, exactly. I love it. I love what you just said. This accepting it, and and going what life is. it's like the weather. Trust that that it's gonna change. If there are moments that are not so good, you know that there are better moments coming. It's not always gonna be dark. No. No, and yes, accepting it and just going with the flow. I think we have this natural intelligence to know what is good for us, and it's just sometimes getting back to quieting ourselves and to actually listening to what we need and what we actually want, and not that some an external force is telling us, but you want this, you have to want this. No, just sometimes quiet this surrounding, and what do I need? What is that? And then giving that to yourself a little bit more often, and making time, slowing down. Yeah. So I would like to go around because, oh my God, it's 5 past. We have 1 hour and 5 minutes already. So I'm gonna go around the table as I always do, and I'm going to start with Ian.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
My motivation for tonight is seeing you guys in front of me on the chat. Are you guys on the chat there as well? That has really given me added to my motivation for a Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month. What I will say is thank you, Dan, and Sarah. Thank you very much for joining us. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll finish up with a wee thing that I mentioned at the beginning. Can't clean up the whole room. Clean a corner of it. Can't do all the dishes. Do a dish. Can't get in the shower. Wash your face. Always look for the thing you can do with the energy and the focus you do have. Little wins pave the way for bigger wins. 1% beats no percent.
Oh, I love
Food
it.
for thought. Thank you.
Oh, I love that, Ian. Thank you so much. And you even included Tim. One dish.
You
So
know,
Tim,
when
it's
it comes to my
all
point,
it's
I'm
all
going to tell you
doable.
something.
I thought he was on about washing his face.
Ay, mi madre. Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna go around the table again and shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And Tim and Chris, I'm gonna put you in the picture
I'll go
here.
first, if I may.
Yeah.
Ian, that was one of the best speeches you've ever given at the end of a show,
Yes.
because it's helped me. It's helped me. So I know that I can't, because my biggest problem is being overwhelmed by all the inputs, all the motivation that people are giving me to do stuff. I'm just overwhelmed sometimes, and I end up doing nothing. And I'm a perfectionist, so it all goes well in my head. But when I start and it doesn't go great, then it doesn't go at all. So that thing is, if you can't do the dishes, wash a dish. I'm going to start doing that. So one dish a year.
No.
No, that was a joke, but I'm serious. You're right. If you can't clean the room, clean a corner of the room. Because I've got a corner of the room in the living room that has been a mess for, and I don't mind telling you guys, at least a year. At least a year. It's got stuff in the corner that I just look at it and go, I can't handle that at the moment. And because it's not in the way, then it doesn't get tidied up. But it's I'll tell you what it is. It's electro smog. It's old cables, and I've even got a blue. If anybody needs a Blu-ray player, if you need a Blu-ray player for your shop, Dan, I've got one. You can have. And I got small.
Went out about 10 years ago, no?
I know.
Can you even get a Blu-ray these days?
I don't think you can, no. But I've got the one with the fire in it. So if you want a fireplace in one of your shops.
Oh, super! Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that if you can't do the dishes, do a dish. That's helped me, Ian. What about you?
Yeah.
Motivation.
Or buy paper plates.
Paper plates.
Yeah.
Or eat out.
Actually, I'm retiring on Tuesday, so I'm going to get a cleaner, and we're going to eat out every night.
Love it.
Wow.
Oh,
This is solution to everything.
I would like that.
You wouldn't like that? Well,
Yes.
I'll make you a jam butty then, and I'll go down the Indian. Sorry, not a jam butty. We got to do the posh, the French version. It's a jam butty.
A jambouti. Jambouti.
A jam butty.
I get my shampoo tea in the morning.
You
already.
do.
Don't want it in the evening too.
That's true. You're having roast chicken tonight if it's not burnt.
Oh, yum. Well, thank you guys for your input, and thank you for our special guests tonight. I'm so happy, yes, that Dan could make it on, and the nice surprise to see Sahar popping up. Thank you so much for being our guests, and what are your final words for the month?
Sahar, you can go first.
You go first.
You can go first. Go on then.
I would say the days that I'm happy and energetic and everything goes well, so I don't need that much motivation. I'm already on. But the days that is not, I just write down 3 things that are the most important things that I need to do during this day today. And I need to do it. 3 things. And when I've done these 3 things, whatever else, if I done it on top of it is a bonus. If I don't, I just think that I'm done with the day. That's all. Perfect,
Exactly.
So it makes me so happy at night. And then I always, when I feel so down and I don't have the energy to face the life or something is happening, my mom passed, and then I find it so hard after that, just for the it was very strange for me. I just couldn't get up. Some days it was in a not good place at all. I just try to find 3 things that I genuinely so grateful in my heart for. And it just gives me a feeling like, life is not that bad and it's all good, Yeah, that's for me.
Exactly. Thank you. Dan.
I think seek the serenity to accept the things you cannot change.
Courage to
change the things
I can.
And the wisdom to know the
the
difference. Because obviously, depending on your situation, and anyone a lot of people would know that prayer, depending on your situation, sometimes you just can't do anything about it. And sometimes you can do something about it. You just need to find the courage within or from another divine source to give you that courage to change the things that you can. I lived my life in fear. As a child, I found drugs. I used that to mask that fear. And now what I do is I have fear on a regular basis for things that are out of my comfort zone, but I do it anyways, and I face the fear, and I grow from facing that fear. And that's all I have to say is and one more thing, consistency. Rome wasn't built in a day. You will not achieve anything with a quick try. We all fail. We all fail. And anyone who says it doesn't is lying, because everyone fails in their life. And I'll leave it at that. But
yes.
Thank you very much, Julianne, for having us on here. Thank you for inviting us on, Ian. And great to see Chris and Tim. It's been a while.
Thank you all so much for making time tonight, Ian, Chris, Tim, and yes, of course, Dan and Sahar. And you guys, without you here in the chat, we wouldn't have made it. So if you watch this on live, then you're still in time to type a comment. If not, then if you watch it on catch up, then just leave a comment afterwards. We're going through them, and Ian and I, we will definitely answer. Thank you all
Can
so
I say
much.
one more thing, Julian?
Yes. Wait, I put you on the big screen.
I see where the camera is. Say you there, yeah? Come a little closer here. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Smash the like, yeah? And follow for more videos like this, or I will find you and I will tickle you to death.
Oh,
There you go. So make sure you subscribe to it.
thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, keep your attitude right. And there are days where it's just maybe your own breath that keeps you going. Yeah, but trust it, because your breath was the first thing you had when you came out of your mother's womb. And it will be the last thing with you to go. So trust it. Trust your breathing. And yes, get motivated with your own self first, and look inside. Yes, look inside, and always come back. Yes, to yourself and to what you truly need and want, so you can be a better person in the whole world to give something. And thank you all so much. We see you all hopefully next month. It's October, Golden October, with another lovely jubbly topic. I'm
The
sure
4th.
October the 4th.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah. You know more than I do then. Have you already put it in the diary then?
It's already in my diary.
Okay, great, great. So thank you all, and see you next month. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.